YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video for Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video is going to be on Week 10 too early waiver wire ads. Yes, guys, too early waiver wire ads for Week 10. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. So with no further ado, let's begin, guys. And before we get started, guys, I want to ask you now, all the people who follow me that are loyal subscribers and members, to go subscribe to the Circle podcast. I will put the link in the description box on this video once it's posted. So just click the link, go subscribe, and comment and say, hey, I'm from Fantasy Good Sports. I'm from Fantasy Good. Hey, I'm a subscriber from Fantasy Good Sports. That's what your key should be. So go to the comments once you subscribe and go and put Fantasy Good Sports inside of the comment section or whatever. So, guys, hopefully you did really well this week. I did what I thought. I made a lot of good calls, a lot of good starts and sits. Again, I am working on my app crashing the live, so that's going to get fixed. But with no further ado, let's get to the honey. Let's get to some early waiver wire ads that you can be thinking about for tomorrow. So let's start at the quarterback position. And the first guy, here's some beeping, guys. I'm sorry. But the first guy I want to talk about is Marcus Mariota. And this is one of my favorite quarterback pickups. I've been watching Marcus Mariota play a lot this year. Jaden Daniels has missed a lot of time. I know a lot of you saying that he's kind of similar to RG3 and the same stuff has happened. You could possibly be right. I don't believe so. I think hopefully he doesn't go down that line and have a severe injury like that, but he's been injury prone this year. But Marcus Mariota looks really, really good. Outside of one game, every game that Jaden Daniels has missed and Marcus started, he put up 20 fantasy points outside of the Kansas City Chiefs. And I believe he would have put up 20 against that game, but Debo dropped the ball. It was a couple drops in that game that was very severe. And then Marcus Mariota, they got behind a couple touchdowns, and then things changed. Marcus looked good to me. He looked like the Oregon Marcus Mariota. I love Cliff. Cliff is such a great offensive coordinator. He can express or get off any quarterback that he is coaching up. He did it with Kyler. He did it with Pat Mahomes. Every quarterback that he's touched has been an elite guy. I said what I said. They put up big-time numbers like Kyler, Pat Mahomes, Baker Mayfield. He has coached those guys through college and pros. So I like Marcus Mariota. Now, listen, the matchup is tough this coming up week. They're playing against Detroit. Detroit is not giving it up behind the dumpster, but they can be had. They can be had. So I like Marcus Mariota, and I will start him if I need to stream a quarterback just coming up week. Moving on, another guy that I think is out there on the waivers and you can take advantage of is going to be C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, and they playing Jacksonville this week. Now listen, this is not a easy matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but C.J. Stroud to me seems like they are getting with their defense, because their defense is elite. It's like a top 3 defense. C.J. Stroud is learning how to play. I like the way they was targeting Nico early in the game. I like the way the offense was flowing. If C.J. Stroud doesn't get hurt, they win that game. They win that game maybe by 2 touchdowns. I said what I said. That defense was playing out of mind, and C.J. Stroud then was moving the ball decent. So I think, guys, for this quadrant, which is the 3rd quadrant, going into your 4th quadrant, I think C.J. Stroud could change his trajectory. I'm not saying it's going to happen and it's easy. It's like it's going to be perfect, but I think it's going to look a lot better than what it's been looking the last 3 to 4 weeks. So be looking to pick up C.J. Stroud if he's out there on your waivers in a 12-man league. Going on, another quarterback that I like, and I like what he said more than anything for his trajectory, because I didn't draft this guy at all. It's going to be Justin Fields. After what he did when his back was against the wall, I'm now looking to maybe pick up Justin Fields and stream him if I need to. He is playing against the Cleveland Browns, which is a really good defense, great defense. But Justin Fields went against another great defense a couple weeks ago and played well. So I like Justin Fields, guys, going forward with his mentality coming out of that trench that he came out of. I think he's a different person today than what he was the last 2 years. So I love Justin Fields if you need a quarterback. Moving on, let's move on to my running backs. Remember, we getting into the rookie season. This is the 3rd and 4th quadrant. This is the running back era, right? This is the running back season. It's getting cold. So the first running back I want to talk about is R.J. Harvey. Now, JK is still getting the carries, but I believe they have to try to start putting RJ Harvey in the game more for more bigger plays, more passing, catching plays, because I think he's just more explosive than JK at this point in time. JK has been the vet that he needed to be. Now RJ has learned, and I think he's ready to get out of that rookie form and go and be a good and contribute to this team at an elite level. You've seen the last 2 weeks he's been making plays on the minimum opportunities. So they playing against the Las Vegas Raiders and they giving it up behind the dumpster. So I love RJ Harvey this week. He's one of my favorite pickups. Moving on to another guy is Bashor Tootin. Remember, it's third and fourth quadrant. I'm going to talk about those rookie running backs. It's their time. It's getting cold outside. So Bashor Tootin is getting the goal line touches, which is the honey touches. Now, the matchup is not that great, but we're not just talking about one matchup. We're trying to get him for the rest of the season. So I like Bashor Tootin. He is playing against Houston, so lower your expectations a little bit, but get ready for down the stretch where he might start taking more carries from Travis Etienne. Maybe not catching the ball, but maybe the goal line touches, which is very valuable in fantasy. Moving on to another running back is going to be Isaiah Davis from the New York Jets. And because of the way Justin Fields is playing, I think Isaiah Davis could have an uptick in fantasy production. This week is going to be tough, Cleveland, but going for the rest of the season, even if Breach doesn't get traded, I think Isaiah Davis is going to be a really good starter for you if you need a flex play or a bye week replacement. Let's move to my wide receivers. The first wide receiver that I want to talk about is going to be Alec Pierce from the Indianapolis Colts. And I've been talking a lot about him for maybe 3 to 4 weeks. I even mentioned him in the offseason. I like Alec Pierce. He's a big play guy waiting to happen. So pick up Alec Pierce. He's playing against Atlanta this week. Atlanta can be had. They got a great secondary, but they can be had. So, guys, I think Alec Pierce is probably the 1A, 1B number one. I do believe Michael Pittman is the number one, but he doesn't have the skills. Michael Pittman doesn't have the skill set that Alec does. Alex is a fast, deep threat. Michael Pittman is a possession catcher. So nobody can run like Alec Pierce and can track the ball like Alec Pierce on this team. So that's lets me know that this is a great role for him, and he's going to be getting at least 6 targets every single game. Moving on to another wide receiver, and I think this guy could be traded today or tomorrow. It's going to be Rashid Shaheed, and they playing against the Carolina Panthers, who is been known to give it up behind the dumpster, but not last week, not this week. Well, last week. They didn't do it last week. So I think Rashid Shaheed is a good player. I love his explosive ability. Remember, I love boom-bust players. You win your leagues with boom-bust players. You just don't win just with the CMCs and the B-Johns. So I like Rashid Shaheed, guys. And if he stays with the New Orleans Saints, they got a great matchup going against the Carolina Panthers. But the Carolina Panthers is a sneaky defense. They trying to rehabilitate their career, and they not going to be giving it up behind the dumpster too much longer the way this team looks. Moving on to Parker Washington, and I want to give a lot of you credit. A lot of you told me, hey, Parker Washington, TD. Now, I do believe Brian Thomas going down in the middle of that game did help Parker Washington targets. But now, I always say I need to see it first, and he showed it to me. So I'm going to be willing to play with Parker Washington for PPR points. I think he's going to get a lot of targets with Brian Thomas could be out for a couple of weeks. He could not play next week or this coming up week. So even though the matchup is tough against Houston, Parker Washington, if you need to pick up a wide receiver and play him, a guy that's going to get you 8 to 10 targets, it's going to be a guy like Parker Washington. So I want to tell you, give y'all your credit, the ones who told me in the comment section on the lives. TD, what about Parker Washington? You was correct. This guy is going to be a good bye-week replacement or a flex play. Moving on to my tight end. Guys that you should be watching too early waiver wire ads. I like Dalton Kincaid for tomorrow for you to go pick him up. Guys, anybody that's attached to Josh Allen, you have to move and bump him up a little bit because they playing with a special player. Just like Lamar, you got to bump up Derrick Henry, you have to bump up Bateman, you have to bump up Zay when Lamar is playing, and a couple other guys. You bump them up. Same thing with Josh Allen. When Josh Allen is playing, James Cook is going to be elite. Dalton Kincaid is going to play. Everybody around there. There might not be a lot of wide receivers you can count on, but I do like Dalton Kincaid for a tight end streamable guy. Because you remember, you're only competing against 10 points. You're not competing against Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce every week. You competing against the other guys. And they're giving you a floor of 7 points to a ceiling of 12. So who cares if Dalton Kincaid don't get off every week? And he has a great matchup going against Miami, too. All right, guys, moving on to another tight end that's playing against the Carolina Panthers is going to be Juwan Johnson. I don't believe he's going to be traded, but he could be traded. Anybody on the New Orleans Saints could be traded. So I just want y'all to know that. Alvin Kamara, any of these guys can be traded. Quarterbacks, anybody. But Juwan Johnson is a safe guy. He's a really good tight end when it comes to trusting somebody in fantasy to get you some type of points. I think he's good at that. So be looking at him. Moving on, this is my main pickup. If you need a tight end for the rest of the season, this is the guy that you can spend some waiver wire fab on. I would say spend 15 to 20% on him. Even more if you really need a tight end. It's going to be Colston Loveland. Especially with not Roma Dunze, but Roma Dunze didn't play well. But with Luther Burden being hurt, I think Colston Loveland is going to have a lot more opportunities. And by him having the game that he had, they're going to use him more now. He's the Sam Laporta for Ben Johnson when he was on the Detroit Lions. So I love Colston Loveland. And last but not least, we saw that Tucker Kraft went down. Prayers for his family. It was his birthday. Happy belated birthday, Tucker Kraft. But Luke Musgrave. Now, Luke Musgrave is not going to be a big-time yak guy. He's a tall, deep threat type tight end where he can jump ball you. So hopefully they use him down the field. And it's disgusting with Green Bay. They need to find a number one. They need to find something they can trust. Tucker Kraft was the only thing they could trust, him and Josh Jacobs. Nobody else. So maybe Christian Watson and Luke Musgrave start booming a little bit more. And guys, last but not least, is going to be my DST pickup of the week. Is going to be the Carolina Panthers, and they playing against New Orleans Saints, and they giving it up behind the dumpster. New Orleans Saints offense is garbage right now. One of my misses was Alvin Kamara. I don't know what's going on. I think he needs to play with a good team. I don't think he no longer has it where he can play with a garbage team and still produce. They're not even throwing him the ball. So I think the Carolina Panthers can have a really great week. So I would go play the Carolina Panthers this week off the waivers. So guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. If you want to support the channel, guys, become a member of the channel. I got 4 different tiers, $1 tier all the way up to a $20 tier. Also, when you sign up as a member, you get the videos out early. And also, I shout you out and I read your comments before the other comments, unless you super chat. So also make sure you go sign up for the Circle Podcast. I am a co-host with Mike, my barber. So we both are in this, and we're gonna have guys coming from the community coming in and out of there. So make sure you support it, guys. I think this is gonna be really good content. I like that I get to talk about something other than fantasy. I love fantasy, but I got a lot of other opinions too. So make sure y'all tune in. Y'all be safe. Peace.